Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping by. My name is Noso. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in the United States of America. And if you are old, OG, K-Way, thank you for stopping by on my video today. Thank you so much for your support on every of my videos. Today I'm going to be doing another military video. Today I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks and how to study for ASVAB and just tell you whatever I know that could help you study and get a good score on your ASVAB test. So first of all, what is the ASVAB? ASVAB is Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery. So it's just a test, basically a bunch of tests. The test has 9 different branches, like 9 different departments or whatever you want to call it, 9 different parts. The first one is general science. The second one is arithmetic reasoning. The third one is word knowledge. The fourth one is paragraph comprehension. The fifth one is mathematics knowledge. The sixth one is electronics information. The seventh one is auto and shop information. The seventh one is mechanical comprehension. The eighth one is assembling objects. So the eighth one is like a puzzle, literally. I can never forget. I'll try to get a picture of what it looks like and put it on the screen. But it's like a puzzle kind of thing. And it was pretty easy. But it's like the last part. So it's like just to calm you down and make you feel like, oh yeah, this is easy. Some of it are hard, like all those mechanical parts. They're hard, and if you're not a maths person, the maths can be hard. And the paragraph comprehension and the word understanding was kind of hard for me because I went to school in Nigeria, and our way of schooling there and kind of English we use British English, and taking an American test, it was kind of a struggle. But because we also learned like American English back in Nigeria, it kind of gave me like, will I say like an idea? So I kind of had an idea of what the differences was. All right, so I'm just going to share with you like some tips that I think you should use to pass this almighty test. It's just a test. Like, you take it too seriously, you're going to overthink it. If you don't take it serious enough, you're gonna fail. That's just how it is. All right, for my American people, I can say it's like ACT or the SAT test, you know, the test that you have to take for college. That's how it's like. And for my Nigerian peeps, I'm gonna say Ugosiugo, common entrance. That's how it's like. But it's like a top-notch Ugosiugo. Like, take it to the next level Ugosiugo. But basically how the English and maths of Ugosiugo is, that's how it is. Basically, that's how it is. So the passing score for ASVAB varies depending on the branch of the military you're going into. If it's the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Marines, please make sure to research that. I'm going to be putting a link that's going to give you everything you need to know about the ASVAB in the description box. Please make sure to check it out and click it and get most of the information you want and the most accurate information. So they're like minimum scores you need. And a lot of times I usually tell people, shoot for the minimum score, but know the score you need for the job you need. Sometimes we're so clouded with getting a very high score that we now miss the minimum. As much as you want a very high score, be aware of the minimum so you don't just lose out. The higher your score, the more jobs you can choose. So if you have like, you got like an 80, you have more jobs open to you as opposed to someone who got like a 50. So just make sure you do your research before you take the ASVAB and prepare your mind, kind of know the kind of score you want and shoot for it. All right. So for the retest, if you fail the first ASVAB, you cannot take it again until 1 month. And then if you fail that one again, you cannot take it again until another 1 month. Now, if you fail it for the third time, you have to wait 6 months before you take it again. But is there like a number of times you can take it and stop? No, you can always keep coming and taking until you pass. But to get that whole stress of, oh my God, I don't want to fail again, or being so scared to retake a test, just study and take it the first time and pass it the first time. One other tip that really help you is ask your recruiter for a lot of practice tests. A lot of times, it's really close to the practice test they give in the recruiting office. So ask your recruiter to set you up with practice tests. They have these resources like these logins that will give you to go online and go take a bunch of practice tests. If you want like tests that literally like the ASVAB, all the parts of the ASVAB, ask your recruiter for a practice test. you will be grateful you did that. You will be thankful you did that. Do not let your recruiter throw you into the ASVAB, because that happened to me. I took the practice test the first day, and the next day my recruiter made me go take the ASVAB because I had a pretty high score on the practice test. So he was like, oh yeah, you had a pretty high score. Let's go take the ASVAB the next day. So I did not have time to like practice. I think it was the next day, or I had a weekend in between, and then I had to go like take the ASVAB, I think on Monday. So I did not have time at all to prepare or study. Do not let that be you, especially if you're not good with math, because almost half of it is maths, because he has like maths and arithmetics. So please do not let your recruiter throw you into it, because they will want to do everything real quick and get their numbers. But please make sure you study and be ready before you take it. All right. There are a lot of online resources. Like if you go to your Play Store, Apple Play, whatever you use, just go there and type like ASVAB, and you see a lot of resources that can give you like practice tests. There's this one that's popular, that is the ASVAB for dummies. Please ignore the name. A lot of people be like, oh, I'm not a dummy, so I don't need it. You're going to be needing it by the time you fail and have to retake it. So to avoid that retake, just do the ASVAB for dummies. Just forget about the name, maybe scratch out the name and just do that practice test that's on it. It has a lot of tutorials, like it can teach you the questions from scratch, like give you a lot of ways to solve the math problems or English problems. It has like words that you can actually search their meanings and get to know what the questions are asking you for, and it will be really helpful. Please make sure to check out a lot of these resources. All right, now a lot of practice tests you take is going to make you feel very confident, but do not stop studying. Continue studying until like the last day before your test. Now, if you're getting like an 80 or 90 in the practice test, that does not mean you will get an 80 or 90 on the ASVAB. Don't let that deceive you. I've heard a lot of people who got like 70 something, 50 something on the practice test, 80 something, and then they went on the real ASVAB in MEPS and they got 17. Don't let that be you. Keep studying, because once they do that one practice test and they get it, they're like, I got it covered, I got it down, and then they leave it. They do not study. Please make sure to study as much as possible. Now, if you know the parts in the ASVAB that are going to ask, pick out your strong points and your weak points. Now, focus more time on your weak points than you would on your strong points. Like, oh, if you're good in maths and English, just breeze through them, see what the questions are like, familiarize yourself with it, and study in depth the other parts, like maybe the puzzle parts, the mechanical parts, all that part. Like put more of your time into it, and good luck. Good luck. I mean, it's just a test. It's a standardized test. It's like a test like every other test you've taken before. Try not to be anxious as much as possible, even though I know I was anxious on my own day, but just try, all right? You'll be all right. For the most part, if you put in the work, you would be all right. And I hope that if you're writing the ASVAB, you have testimonies or good scores. And please let me know in the comment section if you're taking the ASVAB. If you're a soldier and you did take the ASVAB and you know whatever tips I left out, please put it in the comment section. And if you watched up to this point, you, of course, are my real OG. And I am grateful for you. Thank you so much for your support. And I am so grateful. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't at this point. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye. All right. Are you a Mitchell?